Front row seat. My dad died right before my freshman year at Pomona High School, and to say I was struggling with my classes that year would be a huge understatement. I made C's and D's because I just wasn't trying. Nothing in my life seemed to matter at that point, particularly school. I felt like a spectator rather than a participant in my own life, and I didn't even have a very good view. I had no idea that the solution to my problems was within me, and all I had to do was choose a front row seat. I was sitting in class in the back row. Isn't that where everyone who has difficulty learning wants to sit? That's the place where teachers leave you alone if you leave them alone. I was so bored that I was literally hitting my head against the wall. It was a traditional cinder block wall, and I wasn't hitting my head very hard, just enough to be a little numb. I whispered, "Boring, boring, boring," to myself, until I accidentally hit my head a little too hard against the wall. I felt my brain hit the side of my skull, and I had a vision of my own future. There I was, in my single-wide trailer without skirting, my kids didn't have shoes, and I was repeating the life that I came from. A voice inside me said, "No, no, I don't want that to be me." In that instant, I got up, walked to the front of the room, to an available seat, and I sat in one of those empty chairs, and my life changed that day. I knew that the teachers cared about the kids who sat in the front seats, and I desperately needed someone to care about me. The teachers also asked those kids more questions, and it would be embarrassing if I didn't know the answers. So I started looking at the book to find out why the kids in the front row seats knew all the answers, and I didn't. One thing I realized when I started paying attention was that the next right answer during class discussion was often the next dark black word in the book. Once I solved that mystery, I started answering questions, and then I started reading ahead and memorizing the dark black words. That's when I started acing the quizzes and tests. I wasn't stupid, I just had to break the code. When I speak to teachers and administrators, I challenge them to engage and empower every student. Technology has made that easier to do than ever before. Cell phones, iPads, laptops provide the opportunity for children to be in charge of their own learning. They can all learn and interact with the class in ways that don't embarrass them or make them feel left out. The shy kids can blossom, and the bored kids can stop banging their heads against the wall. It's time to move everyone to a front row seat.